number one, make sure you don't overeat. So it doesn't matter what class you're in, you have to try to keep your eye on the waist, because it's very, very difficult to try to work on a ratio of shoulder to width, and you can only put on so much shoulder size, and eventually you want to try to really make sure you minimize your waist thickness, and you want to keep that V taper. So what do? We focus on making sure you're not overeating so you don't get the distension, because everyone thinks it's drugs. It's not. It's now, will that compound it? Absolutely. But it just overeating by itself will create thickness in the midsection. So we want to make sure to minimize that, you don't overeat. Ways of overeating. Let's give out some specifics here. So whether it's portion control for your carbs and your protein, making sure that you're getting the right amount of protein. You don't need 16 ounces of protein when you're a 200-pound men's physique guy, right? Most guys are in that 6 ounce to 8 ounce range. I would say 80% of people, men, are in that 6 to 8 ounce range of protein. Are a bigger guy and you're trying to really load, be careful, don't overdo the carbs, because that could bloat you. Also, other things that are going to bloat you got to be careful of is doing a ton of vegetables. If you're doing your meals and you're doing a ton of vegetables, that could bloat you. So you got to really make sure you keep an eye on the foods that are going to bloat you, making sure you're not overdoing the liquids when you're eating as well. You want to sip enough water to get the food down and to make it digestible, but you don't want to overdo it where you're going to create distension. So those are things that are going to really help bloat. Other things that I add, ancillary items, enzymes and probiotics. Those will also help with making sure to maximize your digestion.